Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. It's been absolutely splendid weather here in the UK. Had a solid weekend, chilling outside, just being with family, being with friends. Now, I hope everyone is now ready and prepared for the week ahead. Now, I'm just going to do a quick little video breakdown on these sales. Now, I took a loss prior to these sales, so we speak about that. We learn from that. We learn from the winning trade. We'll just learn. So yeah, as usual, guys, if you like the content on this page, give it a like, give it a share, and if you've not already done so, subscribe to this channel. Now let's get started. So guys, we're just going to focus on the 15-minute here, and from a 15-minute standpoint, we had lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. Now we then met a 4-hour demand zone, and within which we've seen a sweep followed by a break to the upside, right? So this initial break showed us intention for price to move higher. Yeah, we were then met with a pullback followed by that secondary break and close above. Yeah, now what I was looking at here was where we came into. So we'd come into this POI. Now I've done a video on POI selection. Now this POI has taken out liquidity, it's broken some sort of structure, and it's been engulfed. Yeah, we'd also taken out liquidity before coming into that POI, right? Now, from a purely expectational order flow standpoint, all I'm expecting, yeah, so what we've seen here was a break of structure. What I'm expecting a pullback. So I'm just expecting to get into this counter trend sells, right, before looking to buy. So at this point in time, this POI to me was weak. It wasn't well priced. Yeah, this was my ideal zone to look to buy from. However, we didn't quite get into it. Price had actually reacted from the flip range, from the 15-minute flip range, which is fine. Yeah, but from here, what I was looking to do was take some get into sells and target these weak lows. Yeah, and that's exactly what happened, right? So as usual, guys, the markups were done on the 15th and sent out to the community. Now, at the time I did the markups, we hadn't broken structure. We hadn't seen that confirmed breaking structure in the 15-minute. Right, and it just goes to show, even after doing your pre-London, pre-New York markups, price can do what it wants. Price can break structure, price can sweep structure, price can do what it wants, and we just have to simply adapt, right? And then obviously taking the trade. But the most important thing, as I always say, is the after session markups. This is where we're learning, right? Why do we take the trade? What were the exact thought process? What was the reason for the loss, right? What can you learn? What are the lessons you can learn from taking the loss, from missing a trade, from taking a trade, from winning a trade? What are the lessons you can learn, right? So it's all good taking the trade, but you have to learn from every single aspect of it, right? Learn every day, learn every single day. So when price came into this 15-minute supply zone, right, we'd seen a sweep and a really nice aggressive reaction, which caused a change in character, bearish change in character, as well as demand failures, right? Now, the only sort of negative that I seen at the time was we tapped into this 15-minute demand. Albeit it's a weak zone, it's not well priced, etc., it's still 15-minute demand. Now, at that point, any sort of risk entries, right, from here or here were off the cards for me, right? I was looking for reconfirmed entries, yeah? So guys, the entry was taken on 15 seconds, and as you can see, I took a loss here before taking a winning trade, right? Now, you're going to take losses, right? It's part of the game. Right, you just have to let the edge play out, right? Remember, it's not a perfect trading plan, it's just an edge, right? Now, in hindsight, I perhaps should have put a bit more weight onto the fact that we had mitigated into 15-minute demand and used all of this as liquidity to come in here, right? But I didn't, right? It's just, that's the fact, I didn't, right? So coming into this initial POI that I had, we've taken out liquidity, nice aggressive reaction, followed by a change in character, and as well as demand zones failing, right? We even had liquidity coming into my entry POI, right, and straight loss. Now after that loss, I'm seeing this demand chain holding, right, building future liquidity, right, building future cores for lower prices, which is in alignment with my 15-minute expectation order flow, right? So then coming into this extreme, exact same thing, right, liquidation, nice aggressive reaction with multiple demand chains failing, and liquidity into my POI, and off we go, right? Now, in terms of targets, I know I've not really spoken about the H4 or the daily, but we're really low down on the H4 or the daily, right? So I was just looking to target logical regions here, yeah, and targeting this week low was my initial point that I wanted to take off partials. Price literally blasted through it, and I think I ended up taking partials somewhere around about here. Now the trade ended up grossing at around, I think it was 13 or 14%, 13%, right? Now you can have hard take profits of 5 hour, 10 hour, whatever it is, however you look to manage, right? But just be logical with your management system. So guys, that's it for me today. I hope you guys took some sort of value from that breakdown. Now, if you've got any further follow-up questions regarding the breakdown or just trading in general, just give me a shout. Just reach out to me on Telegram. Other than that, I hope you guys have a really solid week and trade safe.